Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right, well, let's just jump right in. If you guys will just go down the line and introduce yourselves a little bit, talk about what you create and what you're working on right now and who you are. Let the people know who you are. We're going to start right here and just go down.
Okay. What's up, y'all? My name is JB.
What? Hold on. Who are you, JB? Tell us what you do. Some people out here don't know who you are. I know who you are, but
What you do, what you create, a little bit about yourself. A little bit.
I hate talking about myself. Okay.
I know.
My name is JB. I'm from Oklahoma City. I'm from the East Side. I have 2 restaurant concepts, East Side Pizza House and Scramble. I do music. I do Juneteenth on the East. We just had Lupe for Juneteenth. I do music. I do activism and community organizing. And that's it for now.
That's good. Yeah. Help them, Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Hey.
Praise the Lord.
As soon as he said praise
What
the
up,
Lord,
everybody? My name is JB Williams. No, but I'm Montre Tisdale from right here in Oklahoma City. Graduate of Bobcat. Any Bobcats out there?
come on, Bobcat.
Oh, y'all gotta be loud in there. Y'all gotta be more radical than that.
BOBCATS.
It's only a few of us. We all graduated from Star Spencer, where it was only 30 of us in our class. Y'all gotta make some noise.
Come on, 30. Yeah. Everybody valedictorian.
But no, most of you probably hear me on Sunday morning on Power 103.5, the Montre Tisdale Show. Number 1 show for blazing hip hop, R&B, and number 1 show for gospel music. Been recording since I was about 15, I think, TJ. You was on my first record. And we almost 40 now. But no, I love OKC. And that's it, man.
My name is Tyrone Turner. I'm originally from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Come on, L-Town.
Now I'm here in OKC. I've been here for like 8-9 years. I'm a professional drummer, musician, artist. I'm currently working on an EP, and I'm getting ready to do my first live recording
Yeah.
at the Boat. It's going to be September 18th of this year. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. At the Blue. Yeah.
Hello? Check. Hello?
He
Can y'all hear me?
He said, move your hand up like you're a rapper. Hold it right. Hold it up here.
You're blocking the antenna. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Right here?
You know, like,
Hello?
Hold it at the bottom like this.
no.
Oh, he said hold it. Hello?
We're going to get this together. We're going to just talk loud. Talk real loud.
Can y'all hear me?
Where is it? At the Blue?
Hello?
There we go.
September 18th at the Blue Note off of 23rd by the Tower Theater. You don't want to miss it. And that's who I am. That's what I'm working on.
Check. My name is Patrick. I'm actually from New Jersey, but I moved out to OKC in 2019, so I've been here for a while. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I have over 2.5 million subscribers, and that's been my full-time job since about 2018. And yeah, I've pretty much reached all the highs that you can reach on social media, virality. Had a big TikTok, big Instagram. I had a Twitch deal at one point, so I was being paid to live stream. So anything related to content creation, I probably consider myself an expert in it.
Yeah.
And recently, I just opened a professional commercial recording studio on 23rd Street next to the Tower Theater. So
I was just there before I came here.
Dope, man. That's why we have this called Creatives Meet OKC right there. That's dope, man.
All right, let's give it up for our panelists real quick before we get into our questions. And I'm grateful just to be here talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. Also,
Tell us about yourselves real quick.
See how you do.
Hey, man, we hosting this.
Hey, brother taking over, ain't he?
We already did that before. You was late. We already did that. You was late, JB.
All right, for
So I
those
was at
that
his
were,
studio.
for those who missed it, hello again. My name is Claudia. I have a nonprofit called Full Bloom Academy. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. If you have a young lady that you know needs mentoring, confidence, self-esteem, etiquette, that's into pageants, modeling. I recently was able to quit my little part-time job and do modeling, acting full-time. So any young ladies that you know that are into that, send them my way. So it's a little bit about me. Again, Full Bloom Academy.
Dope Full Bloom. Man, I'm Marcus Clayton. I'm a teacher at Carl Albert High School. I also do videography work, and I'm also a social activist with Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Yeah, that's what I do.
Eastside legend.
Man, I don't know about that.
Awesome. Well, we wanted y'all to share about what you do because you guys, in case we don't ask a question that you want to know more about, that there will be a point where you guys can ask questions as well, okay? All right, let's jump right in. So first we want to talk about building your brand, okay? And you don't have to answer all the questions. We'll kind of just go through these. But if you want to answer one, you can, okay? So the first question is, what does having a personal brand mean to you? What does having a personal brand mean to you?
Anybody jump in?
New Jersey.
Me?
Okay, Patrick.
I feel like a personal brand is your digital reflection of who you are, you know, as honest as it can be, but at the same time, I feel like you don't ever want to fully give your full self to the internet, you know. I find that on the internet, I'm a more exaggerated version of myself. I'm a pretty like calm, chill person, but you know, I guess my personal brand will reflect somebody who's like a little bit more enthusiastic or, you know, passionate. And yeah, I think we all know like we're taking the best versions of ourselves and putting it on the internet. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're trying to do for a business, you know? Yeah.
Okay, and a quick follow-up to that. A quick hello? Help me, Jesus. Okay, a quick follow-up to that. What is one mistake you see creatives make when trying to build a brand? Any mistakes you see creatives make when trying to build a brand?
I can jump in. The biggest mistake I see, I don't want to say it's a mistake because it might work sometimes, but I just think sometimes people will copy and paste. They'll see what somebody else did that worked, and they'll try to do the exact same thing. You know, because somebody might do something and they pop overnight, you know. But what I've learned is that like a lot of times overnight success dies overnight, and so it's important that, you know, the what makes people stand out is originality. You know what I mean? And especially with brands and branding and content creating, a lot of stuff is being like, you know, redone, which is normal. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. But a lot of times, instead of like, you know, being original, a lot of times we tend to just like copy and paste what somebody else has done because it's worked for them. And so that's, you know, not that it's a mistake, but I think that it's very, very important to be original and let things happen organically, because those people that pop, it happened organically, not because they was copying somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real good. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would say to follow up on that, Virgil Abloh had a creative law or principle to him where he called it the 3% different rule. So as much as you want to be original, nobody's fully original, right?
Okay.
So my philosophy is like, take something original and just make it 3% different. It's not my philosophy, it's his philosophy, but I've lived by it. Because people like familiarity, you know, it's very important. Whether they're scrolling on social media, you don't realize it, but subconsciously you're waiting for familiarity. You're waiting for something that you have seen before, but just giving it that little twist, and that's kind of where the personal brand is, right? Because you're a unique person with your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own emotions, and that's what makes you 3% different. If you could just find one other little thing to make you stand out, I think that's the key.
I just want to say one.
Yeah.
I'm just looking out and I'm seeing all these black people, these beautiful black faces. We are the salt of the earth, meaning we get an earth flavor. You know what I'm saying? So if you have an idea, if you think of something, then like do it, because no matter what, anything that happens that's popular, that blows up and that pops, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, it started with somebody black. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the main thing, is that we are the content creators. We are the most innovative. We are the salt to the earth. We give it flavor. You know what I mean? And so I just want to say that when it comes to like content creating, is that black people started all and we end it all.
Okay. Are there any in the audience have brands? Anybody have a brand? Raise your hand if you have a brand. Good. Is this good stuff right here to hear about your brand? I do want to do a follow-up because some of us have brands and we may have thought that it's too late for us based on age. Can we get any feedback as far as, man, do I have to be young? Do I have to be like how can I really get my brand popping even though I'm not in a particular age, if that makes sense?
I'm probably the oldest up here, I think.
What, you 23?
24. What? Nah. Oh, dang, that's crazy because you can just reverse it, and that's my age. You can swap. But I would say this: we all know that we make a living off our youth. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. We make a living off of our youth, and so when it comes to content creating, when it comes to branding, you know, the youth. The idea of youth is what sells everything, because they're the ones who put money into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it don't matter. It does not matter. I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to do things that I've been doing for this long, for 20 plus years. So because the gift is that we are black, and the gift is our youth. The gift is that God created us with melanin, and so age don't matter. Where's one of my? There she is, right there.
She. Raise your hand. She. Whoever
Yes.
she is.
A perfect example.
Miss Tina.
Miss Tina. A perfect example is that you know it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, especially if you black, because they not gonna know how old you is. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna know. They not gonna know.
Black don't crack. That's what they say.
And so what I'm saying is that we have to understand that we are the salt of the earth, and then also meaning we give it flavor. So whatever y'all do is perfect. Nobody can decide what's good and what's bad. We decide that. We make it good or bad. We make it right or wrong. We decide it. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to like age and youth, we can keep going. You can figure it out whenever I cannot do nothing, and when I'm 50, figure it out and start doing something, and people will think, oh, he's 30. You know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't matter as long as we continue to create.
That's good. And I want a little plug for Miss Tina. Miss Tina is an exceptional designer when it comes to planning events. Get with her. She is. If you have something going on, you want to make sure that you.
Go ahead, stand up. So we can see
I'm
what they
met-
talking
connect with
about.
her.
I met her.
Can't
She
even
was
see.
planning an event.
Yeah.
That's how I met her. She was planning an event.
Alright.
We were both in a space printing up
Participate.
flyers, and that's how I met her.
Absolutely. Give it up for her.
You know what I'm saying? And she hasn't aged to me in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I've seen her. This been probably 15 years, and so like what I'm saying is when it comes to content creating and branding, everything that y'all see that's cool started with somebody black. Everything that's cool, everything that we see started with somebody black. And so especially when you talk about age and all that stuff, like it don't matter if you 20,
Don't do it.
30, 40, 50, like we get to decide. You know what I mean?
Dope. That's dope. Well, listen, we're gonna take a little turn, okay? We're still gonna be talking about some in-depth stuff, but we're gonna talk music. I want to hear for some of our music individuals, okay? So I got a couple of questions, and here's the first one: what opportunities do independent artists often overlook? I'll be like Jeopardy. Let me say it again. Let me break the question. What opportunities do independent artists often overlook?
For me, man, I would say self-motivation. That's the first opportunity, self-motivation. I started at 15 years old, touring with my Uncle Wayman. He said, nephew, you're not going to do anything in this business unless you have self-motivation. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the first opportunity that we sometimes skip over, is having self-motivation. Motivating yourself, working hard, grinding hard, and making the dream work.
I think for me, I realized that being an independent artist, once I have my own, that I own my own stuff, I think we overlook that. It's like you get to do whatever you want to do because you are your own artist. So when you have that, you have the freedom to create. You have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You can make the craziest music in the world because this is your label. This is what you want to do. So I think sometimes we overlook the freedom of like, oh, this is mine. I own this. So that's my answer.
So with and it's kind of like a follow-up question, with independent artists overlooking those two things, which were great, do you suggest that even being an independent artist is a route that most individuals should go with because they own, right, and because they can self-motivate?
I think in today's day and age, yes, because the thing is nobody can take nothing from you. So now it's like I own, as long as you do the paperwork and all that, but
Yeah.
I own the rights to my music. I own the rights of how I create. I get to pick who I want to work with. I have the freedom to do that. So yeah, that's mine.
I would say again, independent artists, like brother just said, stand independent, doing your thing as an independent artist. Be careful with labels, be careful with contracts. People out there, they'll get you tied into a legal agreement and you in it. My first 2 records, signed a major record deal. I was excited, out of high school, coming to the music industry. I'm like, oh man, I got a record deal. I'm fit to get paid. We fit to blow up. Signed on the dotted line. 2 of my records went #1 on Billboard. They still own all the music and royalties to it today. So I oftentimes tell people, be careful what you sign. Don't go into anything excited, to where you don't read the fine print. Because once you in it, you in it. You can go to the judge, you can cry down, but if you signed it, it's on you.
Man, that's a good segue to this next question. Oh, go ahead, JB. Go ahead.
I don't want to take over the panel,
No,
but
no,
I
you
just
good.
we overlook the small things too. To his point, a lot of times we're always looking for the big things, and so as an independent artist, a lot of times we overlook the small things and the small opportunities. So, like my brother from New Jersey, I just left his studio on 23rd, and there was a lot of young artists in there playing their songs for us to critique. And I was just like, why isn't there more people in here? But the thing is that people think they too big for it because they got 1,000 followers or they got 1,000 streams. It's like, oh, I'm past that. It's like, no, every opportunity is a real opportunity to be heard. And so I think a lot of times we overlook the small things thinking we're too big for it or we've outgrown it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
And so that's one thing with me is that I don't like, sometimes I feel like people see me and think I'm one place, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Because for me, there's still another level. You know what I'm saying? There's still another side of the game that I ain't touched yet. And so like I got time for everything for real. So I just think sometimes it's important to not overlook the things that we think are beneath us and just still be there and be in that moment and just not overlook the small things for sure.
Man, I think I read somewhere it says, do not despise small beginnings, right? So I think you're hitting it on the head right there, JB.
Is that a scripture? Is that
It is. It is. The word is in you. It's in you, JB. You see how it just came out of you? You knew it. But listen, here's a follow-up to being signed. So if being signed is not the biggest thing, what does success look like not being signed?
Peace. Peace. If you are not at peace with doing what you love to do, then something's wrong.
That's good.
If you don't feel like, go ahead. If you don't feel like you have purpose for what you're doing, then something's off. That's what because for me, can y'all hear me? For me years ago, and
No, you good.
hello.
That ain't nothing
I'll
but
keep it short and sweet. A long time ago, I was sitting around waiting for an opportunity, and for a while, I never got the call, and I realized I had to be the one to create it. And so, if you got to realize, like, you got to create things for yourself. It's okay to be like, let me put my best foot forward. Let me step out on faith. Let me try something that will put myself out there. And then I think, especially today, the world we live in, that would help you get into other doors. That's how it did for me.
Patrick as a creator.
I was basically just going to say the same thing. Like, the ironic part about building yourself up independently is as you continue to do it and you continue to reach new levels, that's when the opportunities come. But by the time you get there, you realize you don't need them. You know what I mean? So you've already done the
That's good.
hardest part, and that's when people want to come and take it from you. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Yeah, and to his point, like I signed to an independent label in 2022. I only put out one project in 2024. It's 2026. I haven't put anything out yet. Only not because I can't. Not because I don't want to. Because I can't. Because I'm contractually, you know what I'm saying, in this.
Obligated
Yeah,
to that.
obligated to. And so like now that I'm ready, like it's like I'm not used to like waiting so long to put music out. And so a lot of times we think like I want to be signed and this and that. Like and this is an independent label. I'm
Yeah.
owed money.
Yeah.
I haven't. I still have. To put out so many projects before I can even move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I say my project's ready to go, it's like, okay, well, we got this one to put out, and then you next. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, by that time, I'm on the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm the type of artist where I write and record based on how my life is going. So, based on how my life is going, I want to put this out so I can move past it and
Yeah.
start something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that don't line up to what the label wants. You know what I mean? So that's another thing too, is that sometimes we think as independents, or just even signing and getting contract and getting a check is one thing. Yeah, the check was great, but now I put a project out and I'm owed money. I put a project out. I gotta wait for my. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to me no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to be in a place where you are understanding, where you are and how you can move forward, so it doesn't because I'm an artist regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't move based on the business. I move based on my heart and my. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're a true artist, that's genuinely how you move. You know what I mean?
No, that's real good, JB. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, we was.
Ty.
We was talking about this. So it's crazy you said that because I'm the same way. But I want to say something that I think it's also important to build relationships. A wise man once told me, relationships is the new currency. If you don't have relationships...
Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that out there? Say it again.
Relationships is the new currency.
Because I know sometimes in church they don't re-say this, so I'm trying to help y'all out. Yeah, that's good.
Like if you don't have relationships, I won't say you won't make it, but you won't. I don't think you'll get as far as you need to. That's why. And when I mean by relationships, I mean genuine, not no fake, weird.
Yeah.
Oh man, you my dude. No, like I'm talking about relationships. Like, hey man, what you need, I got you.
Called you out of the blue and asked that question.
with no
Nothing behind
questions.
it, yeah.
People that see your vision and could be like, I got you. Let's do this. And not expecting anything in return. Of course, take care of them if you need to, but I believe relationships is the new currency. And that's how I think if you want to be independent, for me, I think that's how you need to get it off the ground.
That's good.
All right, let's move right on to creating opportunities in Oklahoma. So my question is, what makes Oklahoma's creative scene unique? What makes Oklahoma's creative scene unique?
New Jersey.
Yeah, from your perspective, what do you think?
Yeah. So in New Jersey, people are very stubborn. They're very, they have a lot of the same stereotypes that New Yorkers have. You know what I mean? And it's definitely true. I think that from the creatives that I've met here, everybody is very warm and very kind. And that's the polar opposite of what I'm used to, where everybody's cold and mean and, won't like really smile at you. And I think that being friendly and being warm is key in creativity, because sometimes creative ideas are weird, or they start strange.
Yeah.
And nothing's worse than like trying to convince somebody of a creative idea that's like low-key judging you. You'd be like,
Yeah.
and I've never experienced that here at all.
So here's a question. I'm sorry. There's a little follow-up. Since you're coming from New Jersey, do you find in Oklahoma, the creative spaces here, do you find it to be a little bit more relevant for your creative content? Did you come from New Jersey and then get to Oklahoma and get your 2 million or 2 billion followers here in Oklahoma? Or did it travel with you?
They travel with me. But I will say, like, musically, like in the music space,
Uh huh.
undoubtedly, like, the creativity here is unmatched.
Dope.
YouTube, like, honestly, my business is very insulated. It requires me to be, like, chronically online. So there's not a lot of collaboration, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. What opportunities do you see for artists and entrepreneurs here over the next few years? Opportunities do you see for artists and entrepreneurs here in Oklahoma City over the next few years?
I see us starting to build our own. I don't see us borrowing.
Yeah, that's good. Clap for
I
that.
don't- I
Oh,
don't-
come on now.
I
Yeah, that's good. See,
just created our own. Like just Kendall, he just created his own. He created this. I'm getting ready to do my live recording. Trey has done his own live recording. JB, my man right here. Everybody is creating their own, and I think once we do that, I think it can open up spaces for other people to either step forward and do their own thing, or we just help them and open it for them. So that's what I see.
So before I went to his studio, I was driving around Oklahoma City with a guy from North Carolina, and he's a YouTuber. He has like a bunch of YouTube followers like you, millions. But he flew from North Carolina to Oklahoma City to like YouTube about what's going on here. And so I just drove him around, and we talked. But he asked me the same question that you just said, and what people need to understand. He's like, people are moving here. He read that like this everybody's moving, and I told him, I was like, yeah, like two things. One thing, especially in Oklahoma City, it's so easy to be a big fish in a small pond. That's the first thing. Because I wouldn't be JB in any other place, any other city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also, like, it's thriving in a way that now is the time to start building, because it's about to boom. If you do anything, whether it's development, whether it's, artistic, you're going to be a part of the story 10 years later for what makes Oklahoma cool, Oklahoma City cool. And I think that is the story that we need to start telling, because that's why it's unique, because we are in a time, in a space in Oklahoma City where in 5 to 10 years, everything going to be popping.
Yeah.
And we get to be a part of it. Not only do we get to be a part of it, we get to be part of the story. So they'll say y'all's names when they say what happened. You know what I'm saying? How did this happen? They'll say our names. You know what I'm saying? So that's the unique part about it, is that we are in a renaissance in Oklahoma City where it's about to just be amazing. And so I grew up in a time, and when I was in high school, everybody was graduating and trying to leave and go to Dallas and go to LA and go to New York and go to Miami and go to Chicago and go to Houston. And so for the few of us that stayed and said, I'll admit I moved away for a little bit too, but for those of us that understood and stayed, for the Sid Carters who are part of making this shit cool, you know what I mean? We're going to be a part of the story. And so that's the important part, because we have a unique opportunity, because the whole world's going to be coming here. For instance, right now, there are 300 athletes from 60 different countries in Oklahoma City right now for the canoe slalom event that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen. And so we have to make sure that our voices, especially as Black people, we have to make sure that our voices are the voices that are heard, and that we are a part of the conversation, or we're going to get left out. And so I just think that Oklahoma City is about to boom. That's why it's called Boomtown.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it. We've seen it over time. Oklahoma City booms, and we are in that same period. It's about to boom. And so we have to make sure that our voices are heard, and that our talent, our giftings, our passions are a part of what happens.
Listen, JB, I'm gonna give it up for JB. Well, listen, I just thought about something, JB. JB he gonna minister one time, and the theme, ministers always got a theme, right? When they get ready to read the scripture, your theme, Boomtown is coming, and I need you to talk about that next time. That's real dope, man. Go ahead, Patrick.
Another thing I was going to add, because I was really interested in this, what he's saying is actually not just like from his personal opinion. There's actually data that supports that.
Come on now.
So
Come on, data.
In 2024, Oklahoma City was only one of 3 top 20 cities that had positive population growth. So one of 3. Oklahoma City is number 20 in terms of the biggest cities by population. So that's kind of crazy that,
Yeah.
that literally says that people are leaving big cities and they're coming here.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I'm one of them. I wasn't in 2024, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's actual data that supports that this place is literally about to boom. And in my experience, whenever I talk to anyone outside of Oklahoma City about what I got going on, they're always way more interested in me when I say that I'm from here.
Wow.
I
Wow.
couldn't exactly tell you why,
Uh-huh.
but they just say,
Y'all hear that?
"Oh, what's going on there?
Don't be lying to
what's
people
up?"
telling them that you from Dallas.
Because if I was in
Y'all
if
been
I
doing
was
it.
in LA or even still back in New Jersey, I would just be another guy with
Yeah,
a studio, another YouTuber, you know?
That's
But
real
because it's here, there's something interesting about it. And y'all made this place, and you were just from here. This is like a top 5 spawn.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope, Pete.
For example, and I hate to like monopolize the conversation.
No, you good. This is
But
good.
when I did Sway in the Morning, and that was 2016, I think, and I remember there was another rapper there, and way better than me, to me, way better than me, cooking me. But we both rap, we both spit, but the reason that I got so much attention is because I was rapping like that from Oklahoma City, and they was like, oh, because he was from Brooklyn, and they was like, oh yeah,
It's
he
an expectation.
yeah,
for him to
he
be-
from Brooklyn. He, you know what I'm saying? We say it every day. But bro, you from Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
We didn't know y'all had niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? So
That means black people for those who are here that don't know. Just want to let you know.
so what I'm saying, what he's saying is exactly right.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, even no matter where I travel, no matter what I do, it's like I can do all the things, but as soon as I mention, I'm doing all this from Oklahoma. Oh my God, what's going on in Oklahoma
Yeah.
City that this is happening? And so we are at a very unique point in Oklahoma history where the things that are happening will be a part of the history books the same way that all the other things that we've done in Oklahoma City are a part of the history books.
Man, we're going to round of applause for that, man. That's really, we got a couple more questions. I'm going to ask one and then I'm going to give it to Claudia. But before I ask my question, I do want to say this to everybody that's out in the audience. Because hearing them talk, it reminds me that we've got to be okay with being original. We've got to be okay with what we have, knowing that even though we're from Oklahoma, boomtown, like your time is coming. I often talk to kids at the school, and I always tell them when they feel like they should be on the football field. I teach at Carl Albert High School. Everybody knows the home of the champions, right? Okay, anyhow. And I often tell some of the football players who come and talk to me when they say, Mr. Clayton, I'm not getting an opportunity, or it's I should be there. I should be on a football field. I'm looking for a scholarship. I tell them this. I say, it may not be your time because it's not your turn. And sometimes we've got to think about that even though you think it's your time, sometimes it's just not your turn. And you've got to be okay with that and still be good being from Oklahoma. Stop saying you from Dallas and somewhere else, because y'all don't act like y'all ain't done it before, because I know y'all have. Be good that you're from here and use that creativity like they said, and just continue to hone in whatever it is that you're doing. So I appreciate that, fellas, man. Appreciate that. Here's a question I have, creating that talks about. No, you have one more question, don't you? You sure? Okay, yeah. Because I really want to get this out and ask this. What's the biggest networking mistake people make at events? Like right now. Like right now. What do you think is one of the biggest mistakes that we make at networking events? I have an answer for that just by viewing y'all. Go ahead. You ask. I can. Montreal. Just from watching tonight, and I hope you hear this with my heart, your heart, and not really get mad at me. Is I think sometimes we think we don't need nobody because we doing our thing, and we think, I don't really need to talk to JB. I don't need to talk to Demetrius. Well, that's really not my field or what I'm really trying to get to, so I don't need to. but you never know who you're talking to, who may know somebody that has what you need. And so even just seeing tonight, we've done a great job of mingling and talking, but we can't get too big where we think we don't need somebody. Because it's a song that came out that says we need somebody. Ain't that what the song say? Right? Everybody needs somebody. What's that, Joe Clark would Lean on Me? Okay, anyhow, I'm a movie buff. But I think one of the major things when we go to these networking events, we try to look for people that do our exact same thing. And if we don't get that, we don't talk to nobody. If I'm an artist and I sing and there's not another artist there, I may not say anything because I don't think I need anybody. But still, yeah, that person that's a videographer, like myself, I have worked with artists. So if you need an artist, you may not need me, but I know JB. I know Montreal Tinsdale. Like, I know people that I can get you in contact with. So when we go to these networking events, it doesn't matter what field they're in. Talk to them, engage them, ask them questions, follow-up questions, right? And just see what it is that you can give to them and they can give to you. So that's what I believe is one of the biggest mistakes is us thinking that we don't need anybody because they're not in our field.
That's good. No, you answered it. I was just going to say, we want to give you a good principal. We don't want a good principal. We want Mr. Clark.
That's what he said.
But the point is that sometimes we think, or we think we know, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think we also sometimes have assumptions about people, and I do it too. You know what I mean? I'm guilty of it. I'm talking to myself. We have to be willing to step outside the box, talk to people, schedule lunches, schedule coffee,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, have one-to-one meetings, get to know people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how and that's called organizing. That's how you build all the things we're talking about up.
That's good.
Is really conversing and having those meetings and getting to know people. So you're absolutely right.
I just want to add too really quickly, especially being someone whose nonprofit is specifically for confidence and self-esteem. I feel like even as adults, sometimes we do not feel comfortable just going up to people and talking to people. Because I feel like all the events I see like this, when people are like, all right, go meet someone, people will just be sitting there. Okay, so my challenge to you all of us adults in here, is you cannot be afraid to go up and talk to people. And I know sometimes our people, we can be having a certain look on our face. But, if you go up and talk to people, that changes really quickly. It's really rare that you go up to someone smiling, introducing yourself, that they just gonna keep mugging you, okay? Usually, and I won't say mugging, but people just be looking serious, But I feel like I'm usually the one, for sure, but for one, I practice this because I teach it, but I always go up to people, I always introduce myself, and even if they didn't look that friendly, once I start talking to them, they start getting a little more smiley and things like that. So, y'all, we have to do better, too, of, just getting out of our comfort zone. It doesn't matter how old we are, 30, 40, 50, 60, 78, it doesn't matter. We have to go introduce ourselves. It's really also just a life skill and etiquette too. To me, it's strange. If we're sitting at a table together and we don't introduce ourselves to one another, that's not normal, guys. That's not okay. we need to make it not okay.
So the challenge is, what she's saying is, before you leave, make sure you meet somebody you don't know. Okay, before you leave, make sure you shake the hand and meet somebody who you don't know.
All right, we're going to wrap this up real quick because then we're going to come to the audience to see. I just have some quick rapid fire for y'all. And then you guys get your questions ready. Raise your hand if you already know you got a question. I just want to get a little radar. Anybody already know you got a question? Okay, love that. All right, so real quick. All right, coffee, meeting, or Zoom? These are quick. Just coffee, meeting, or Zoom. Okay? Zoom, coffee.
Meeting.
Zoom.
All right. Biggest creative pet peeve. Biggest creative pet peeve.
Copying. Oh, no, I'll take that back. AI.
Oh. Ooh. All right.
Overthinking to the point of not putting it out.
Uh-oh. Some of us is guilty. How many of y'all be thinking about something too much and you just don't even end up doing it? I know a lot of us. Hey, sometimes you just gotta do
Where
it.
Calvin at? That's Calvin. Where Calvin at?
Just post it. Trust me. Trust me.
Hey, listen, he's the expert. What is your YouTube channel about anyway?
I do mini documentaries about celebrities and pop culture.
Oh, okay. Love that. All right, favorite local creative or business? Favorite local creative or business?
Kendall Jones.
Woo woo!
Kendall.
Yeah. The man of the hours. Anyone else?
Stop.
All right. Love the brotherly
JB.
love. All right, one app every creative should use.
One app.
One app. App on your phone.
Any social media they should use. I think any of those social media apps, whichever one's taking off for you, use that one. You know, some people blow up on Instagram, some blow up on TikTok, some do well on Facebook. Whatever app is doing good, that's the one you should be using.
Our last one piece of advice for your younger self. Uh-oh, we getting deep. I guess it don't have to be that deep. One piece of advice for your younger self.
Is it creative advice?
Whatever you want it to be.
For me, it would be knowing that you have your own path. You don't have to become someone to get your own path. Everybody has their own process. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has something inside of them that will make them unique. And so I would tell my younger self, you don't have to compare, just walk your path.
Mine is going to be weird, but with context, it makes a lot of sense. So, I was really passionate about music when I was a teenager, and I really thought I was going to be like a music producer. And then I got to a point where I realized, like, I don't think I'm equipped to be this, and I quit. But then I became a YouTuber, which was clearly the right thing that I should have been doing the whole time. So, as weird as it sounds, you might have an attachment to something, a deep attachment to something, and you might need to let it go a little bit because it might get you to the next level of where you actually need to be, which is going to be the next level.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was really good advice.
That was really good.
Oh my God, that was
really
great
good.
advice. I have nothing. The advice I was going to tell myself, my younger self, was wrap it up. So, you know, because all these kids, you know what I mean.
How many kids do you have?
Come on, man. Let's go to the next question.
All right, audience. Let's see what our audience has. Do we need another mic for you guys?
My name is Rod Porter. I'm a local vocalist from Dale City, Oklahoma. My question is, how do you go about getting funds to back your projects? How do you network with that so you can get in those spaces? Because I got a lot of work that I have to get out to the masses before I leave this earth. But I am broke. Excuse me. It's not my budget yet. So I need somebody to help me work that out.
Anybody? Okay, I'll go. I know Rod. That's my bro. He's on one of my albums. So one thing that I would say I do, I remember I was talking to somebody one day, and it was like, I was talking about before I opened up a restaurant. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to find. It was like, it was just call a friend who owns it. I was like, I don't know nobody like that. What? You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I would do is find one person and have a dinner with them, one person, and say, hey, bring one person that you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you got two people. And then have dinner with them, those two people, and say, I'm doing A, B, C, D. If y'all can do, and tell them, you know what I'm saying, have everything laid out. You know what I'm saying? Put it on bingo cards, something cool, you know what I mean? Fresh. And then do it again. Now you got two people. And then once they're brought in, you take those two people and say, okay, can you bring one person to the next dinner? Can you bring one person next? Now you got six people. You know what I'm saying? And I would start like that. Whether it's $50, whether it's $100, I would start like that. Just intimate moments and tell your story. That's how the album that you was on, This World So Fragile and Cruel. That's how I raised money to put that out. Before I even got signed and all that, I had one dinner with one person, and then I had them bring one more person, and I said, "This is what I'm trying to do. This is why it's important. Can you help me?" He said, "You know what? Let's have dinner again, and we're gonna each bring a person." You know what I'm saying?
Any other questions? Okay, you got one? Check. Oh.
All right, so I feel like this is probably something that a lot of people, a question that they may have that they may not know that to ask this question, but how do you handle rejection, hearing the word no? I'm sure y'all, in seeing success, there's been a lot of failure, there's been a lot of no's. How do you handle knowing that you are, knowing everything that you, like your potential, where you could be, but still hearing the word no or not feeling like people appreciate the value that you know you have that they may not understand?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Oftentimes I told myself, especially when I first started in music business, because it's tough, man. No means next one. No means next one. Go to the next person. Go to the next person. And anybody that's followed my journey, man, I had it tough. You know, I came out wearing a lot of gold and sparkly boots and chains and bows and whistles and all that crazy stuff.
Not you.
But listen, but I was true to myself, man. That was my wardrobe. That was my style. And it was kind of hard to receive in the beginning, especially being in gospel music. But people later catch up. They let it catch up. Always be who you are and let them catch up to where you are. And if they never catch up to where you are, that's cool too. Just keep going.
Say it again. Say the one that you just said. The no.
No means next one.
No means next
No
one.
means next one.
I'm cataloging all this stuff for myself.
If nothing
Yeah,
else,
that-
that
that'll
was
preach.
worth
That'll
coming
preach.
tonight. All right, that was worth coming tonight. That one right there. I was $10. That was worth that right there.
Oh,
Next one, love that.
oh no, he said it. I anybody who knows me, knows like I came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Our family had nothing. And I've been told no my entire life, and to the point to where, it affected my mental health, and sometimes no can be good for you because it can make you go regroup and start over. You know what I'm saying? And then go to the next one. For example, I'll just say this, for example, when I met Chuck D, I was at a place in my life where I wanted to stop doing music because I was being told so many times by so many people. And my homie hit me. He's like, "Yo, you know Chuck D?" And I'm thinking, ain't no Chuck D on the east side. Who you talking about? And then he was like, "No, Public Enemy Chuck. He just tweeted about you." And so, had I had took all those no's and stopped, I wouldn't have had that yes from somebody like Chuck D.
Absolutely.
Had I had took those no's and stopped, I wouldn't have had that yes from people who helped me, like Killer Mike and people like that.
Yeah.
And so I just think sometimes those no's can push you to keep going. So when the next do come, like my brother is saying, you ready, prepared to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, we can't take those no's as we're not good enough, or we're not worthy, or we don't have talent, or it's not for us. We have to take those no's, figure out what it is. Maybe we need to switch up something. Maybe we need to be more creative. Maybe we need to think outside the box more. But take that and just like my people always ask me, like, what is one thing that you would say to people, younger people coming up? And my thing is never give up.
Yeah.
If I had to gave up, like there were so many times that I wanted to give up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it affected my mental health.
Yeah.
I wanted to give up, but I didn't let those no's like push me to the point to where I gave up. And if I had of, I wouldn't have had the opportunities I've had.
That's
So
good.
you gotta take those no's and let those be the building blocks to get to where you want to be. because we all been told no. You know what I'm saying? We all been told we weren't good enough. We all been told that. No matter how great you are, no matter how cool you think your ass is, no matter how great you think your music is, no matter how dope you think your art is, we all been told no. We're gonna be told no again. I'm still being told no today. You know what I'm saying? I'm still being told no to this day. But I understand that there's a next. Like my brother was saying, I understand that no, I need to take that and use it as a building block to get to the yes.
That's good. That's good. Did that answer your question right there? And I also hear what Montre said earlier with the no is self-motivation. It should self-motivate you to continue doing everything that they just talked about. We're gonna have one more question, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Is that cool, everybody? Here's a question. It is real simple. We usually do this. Hey man, we're gonna collaborate. Hey, I'll get with you. Let's do something. How do you turn conversation into real collaboration?
By being honest.
Being honest, okay.
By actually making it happen. I think sometimes growing up in musicians, they'll understand what I'm saying when they say this. Doc, let's link up, man. Let's do it. And God honest truth, I've been guilty of that. So I'm not coming in for anybody.
Shame.
Because I have been guilty of that too. But I think we just need to hold up our end of the bargain and just make it happen. If you want to collab for real, then let's collab.
So here's my thing. Is it on the person who's asking that?
Yes.
Or is it on the person who's wanting that collaboration?
Go ahead. Listen, and he's true about the word doc, because that's a musician thing, bro. I don't know what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna just speak for JB. If somebody wants to link with me and work with me and do something with me, and you come to me and say that, it's on you. It's not on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, and I'm sure y'all, I know you know, a lot of times people will be like, yo, I have this great idea. We should do A, B, C, and D. I'm like, bro, let me know. But really, a lot of times what people want is for you to do it. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They telling me because they want me to do it and then bring them into it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
They don't want to do the work.
Yes, it's your vision.
Yeah.
You got, and then let me know and I'll jump in where you need me to. So I always say this. I say, what do you have in mind? When you say collaborate, let me know what you have in mind and where I can fit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people will just see they'll see Montre had a big event, a big concert, and they'll have all these great ideas, and they'll hit him up and go, man, we should be doing this. But really, they just seen his shit and want him to do it for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that if you come to somebody who's doing something already and you have an idea, I can't build what's in your mind for you. You know what I mean?
So
and I can't want it more than you either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you really, because nobody did it for me, I did it on my own.
That's good.
So like if it's something you want to do, okay, once you get it popping, let me know. I'll jump in where you need me to. But I have all these other things to do as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so if it's your thing and you hit me up to be a part of it, I expect to just only be a part of it.
Got you. T, did you want to? I heard you put them. Or Patrick?
No, go ahead. I think if you're the one asking to collaborate, make it as easy as possible for that person to collaborate with you,
Okay.
right? Like, even Kendall, for example, Kendall did all this. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
This is crazy, right?
All I did was show up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and he
saying?
was just like, Pat, just show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. You
Dope.
know, and I was just like, that's so easy for me to do.
Dope.
Just show up.
Yeah.
You know, and I reciprocate that with when I want to collaborate with somebody. Like, I bring a lot of people out to OKC, and I wait until I can buy the flight for them, buy the hotel for them, make sure I have all my content creators, my full team, make sure the studio is empty. I make the collaboration with them my whole world for that day or 2 days, and it's just just bring yourself. We're gonna do everything. So I think really making it easy for the other person, and kind of like what you were saying, just ask for one thing, just one thing, just one small thing. You know what I mean? Because that you build the rapport, you build the relationship, and then now Kendall, you could ask me for anything, bro. I'll do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? But like, it starts with like just a
Dope.
little thing to build a relationship.
Man, that's dope, man. I
No, go ahead.
man, I want to appreciate it. Do you have no? Go ahead, JB. You got.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. I
You're
don't
not
want to be
sorry.
that. I don't
Go
want to be that
ahead.
guy. But
You
yeah,
are
he
that.
made it so easy.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do nothing but show time, place. I'm in there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And just for all the artists in the room, for example, I had a guy hit me up. I got an idea for a song. I'm like, okay, bet. He want to call me. He want to meet up so he can rap it to me. And I'm like, bro, send me the song. I'll record it and send it back. It ain't got to be no puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, make it as easy. And then you know what? Once you make it easy for me, then I'm like, I'm willing to do something else. Then we start to build. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You don't make the process hard. Like with this brother right here, he just set it up and I showed up. That's all I need to do. Now, like he said, whatever he need me to do, I know it's gonna be an easy process and it's not a puzzle.
Check. That. Listen, hey, everybody round of applause for our panel. Real quick, JB, how can people follow you on social media? What can they follow you at?
At my name is JB at Eastside Pizza House at Scramble 23.
Dope. Montreal, how can people follow you?
Follow me at Montre Tisdale Official.
Ty.
Tyrone Turner Jr. on every platform.
Dope. Patrick.
Patrick CCTV if you're interested in social media, but if you're interested in the recording studio, it's ivokc.com. IVY.
Dope. Once again, everybody, man, put your hands together for our panel. My lovely co-host, Miss Claudia, thank you so much. Kendall, man, we appreciate the opportunity to do this. Was this good, y'all?
Kendall got Claudia out here. He must be doing something right.
Yeah,
That's
man.
wild.
Yeah, dog.
He doing something. I did not expect to see her here when I got here. That is wild. He doing something right.
They got a babysitter and everything.
First, I'll give another round of applause for our panelists, man. This was kind of an idea out of nowhere, and they all said yes, man. I have a personal relationship for the most part with everybody. I met JB I think twice, but he's always been a genuine guy, so I had to call him. Pat has put me on some crazy ventures in this year. Like, I got a video on YouTube that's almost at 1 million views. Never thought that would be a thing, but he gave me that opportunity. I appreciate it. Me and TJ, we grew up together. Montre that's my hero. But you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. So we're about to move on. I said I was doing an open mic, and I'm gonna do this open mic, okay? I got 2 people that actually signed up for it. We're gonna move right into that because I gotta be out of here by 11, okay? Or really sound off by 11. But we're gonna do that, and I got my friend, I met her a couple months ago at Ivy Studio actually. Taylor Deneen, she's gonna grace the stage and she's gonna close us out of here, okay? So y'all bear with us for a little bit. We're gonna get this set and we're gonna go from there. I appreciate you guys.
Can I
okay?
say one thing about Taylor real quick? Yeah. Taylor Deneen is an amazing artist. I've had her 2 times at Juneteenth on the East. She opened up for Lupe Fiasco this past year. And then I think she also opened up when we had D Smoke and El Varner. She's an amazing artist, so make sure to stick around for her.
Yeah. Dope.